Hey Diane, Ronnie, this is Darlene, and of course we're here to do another tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be on Studio One, and I really think that once you guys start using this, you'll like it and you'll use it more often, even more so, because it's really easy. Okay, so now you asked for two things. You want to know how to do drum programming using your keyboard, and then you also want to know how to use loops using Studio One. So we're going to break this down into two parts. The first part is we're going to start off and show you how to work your keyboard. Now I may use my keyboard for a little reference, but I do have some clips that will show you what to look for, where to find it, and how to get it going. And it's so simple, it's probably going to blow your mind how easy this is. Okay, so I'm going to hold on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly how this is going to work. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open Studio One. Now I'm using Studio One Artist because I got a friend who gave me an upgrade, so I'm using Studio One Artist. It's not too much different, it looks the same. I just got more crap on mine. I got more content. The error that you're going to see that's going to pop up on my screen is because my MIDI keyboard's not attached because I've already installed it. So I'm just going to click no. And here we have, I'm going to maximize my screen, I like it better. And I also got some zoom features, so I'm going to zoom in some stuff so you can see it. This is what the opening face looks like. This is the start page of Studio One. You have any recent files that you might have worked on. Here's the artist profile, which is, I put my name in there. You can put the genre or whatever. Also down here is the setup where you configure your audio device, your external devices and stuff like that. And then they have their own news feed, so you can check out, you know, any news that might, with the computer being connected to the internet, you will have news of the news feed that's going on. So that's all the information down there. If you want to double check and make sure, you can click configure audio device and make sure that when you look in the audio device section that you will see your lexicon or something along the lines of USB interface. I'm thinking it should say lexicon. And all the information that is in there, I wouldn't touch it, other than possibly if you go down to the bottom of that screen and the bit depth, as long as it's at 24 or 32, that's good. You really don't want 16, and I think your lexicon does 2496 bit depth. So I wouldn't change anything in there. Basically, you just want to be sure that your interface is showing up there. External devices. If you guys were going to set this keyboard up to be MIDI, then this is where we would come in here and put it in here. I have set my M-Audio Axiom up, and I've also set up my Zoom R16 in here, and it's saying not found. That's because neither one of them are attached. But this is where we would come in and add it as a MIDI device, and if you want to do that, we'll do that later on. But the purpose now is to show you how to work your keyboard in here. Now your keyboard, since it's plugged in with the jack that looks like this, I can't get, well here's one, here's the jack that looks like this, which is a 1/4 inch. This is 1/4 inch stereo, but yours will be 1/4 inch mono. That'll be plugged into there, so you're getting your signal analog. It's not MIDI, it's not the dashes, which would be MIDI. It's coming in analog. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to click create a new song, because we're going to create a new song. And once we create a new song, you're going to get a dialog box that says, okay, what do you want? These right here, everything that you see on the left side of the screen is if you were using a particular interface, and with Personas they put, you know, their Firebox, and there are a couple other things in there also. Pretty much doesn't matter, you don't really need that. It's use empty song. Okay, and then you'll go over to the right side and you would name your song, whatever if you don't have a name for it right now, just put a song idea you're working on, or if you got a name, it doesn't matter, you put your name in there. Underneath that, you want to make sure that it's going into a folder. If you want to create your own folder for your stuff, you know, create a folder that says Ronnie's music or Diane's music or whatever it's going to be. That's how you would change it and make it point to that folder where you browse there. Make it browse to that folder so all your music goes in one area. I wouldn't change anything below that. Leave the sample rate alone. Leave the resolution alone. Definitely, unless it doesn't say 24-bit, which, like I said, I believe it will because of your lexicons of 24-bit. So I wouldn't change anything in there. And then I would click OK. And we are now into the Studio One interface. And you can see this big gray area here is the workspace. And up here across the top is our pull down menus. There's a big toolbar up there. At some point we're going to have to get into all of that. And there's a toolbar off to the right side. Those are tools also. Now, this is how easy it is with your keyboard. Basically what you're going to do is we need to put a track in here. Okay, so we're going to go and put, you can either click right up here where it says track. You know, you can click there and add a track. Or you can click right underneath this gray spot right here and do a right mouse click and add a track. The track you want to add is a mono track. Don't add a stereo track and don't add an instrument track. You're playing one keyboard. You don't need a stereo track for one keyboard. Mono is going to give you both the left and right anyway. So we're going to add a mono track. And there's your mono track. Now, this is going to be kind of hard for me to do because I don't have my keyboard hooked up here. So I'm going to show you what you need to do on your keyboard. When you get your track in there and you got your keyboard hooked up and you're all ready to go, the first thing you need to do is you're going to go over here to your keyboard in this panel. There's two little steps that you have to do. You're going to go to your panel on your keyboard. The first thing you're going to do is push where I even drew the number 1 and the thing in here. Number 1 is you're going to push the voice button. Have to change to voice. Voice. You need to push the voice button. The second thing you're going to do is there is a panel underneath the voice button that goes from 1 all the way to like 238. Sections 101 to 110 are the drum kits in the keyboard. And I will show you, I'm showing you, here's a little, the list of everything, but I'm just showing you, here's what the drum kits are. And it specifically says there's a standard kit, a room kit, let's see, what else? Rack kit, electronic, dance. I mean, you got like 10, maybe 10, I think 10 kits that you can use. Pick the kit you want. Say if you were to use a standard kit, you're going to press the voice button, and then you're going to type in 101. There it is. And then you just start pressing the keys on your keyboard to find out, okay, this key is the cymbal, this key is the kick, this key is the hi-hat, this key is a tom, and you can, as however many keys or whatever sounds you want, however you want to make your drums up, that's all you have to do. Then you're going to hit the record button, which is this red button right over here. Sorry about that. That was it's banking off my sound here. The little red button over here, I didn't want to turn that on to make sure that it's record, that it's armed and ready. And here, down here at the bottom is the transport section. Okay, this button right here is the record button. So you hit the record button, you start playing, done. You know, stop when you're done. When you want to hear it, either rewind it or you hit the far, this far key over here, the single triangle. It will take you back to the beginning so you can play it. Now, I can't play anything because I don't have an analog keyboard going through there. I only have a MIDI keyboard. But that's it. That's all you have to do. Pick the drum set you push voice, pick the drum set you want from 101 to 110. Hit play it, see what you want. Hit the record button, record. Done. Done. Okay? So now that's done. If you have questions on that, which you really shouldn't have, write them down and let me know. Okay? That's number 1.